Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the Geek. I am Pension. Welcome to Abandoned Ship, which is a game set in the age of sail. So there's sailboats with sails and ship's wheels and cannons and presumably pirates and people that go a lot and all that kind of stuff. And yes, you explore and there's combat and all sorts of cool stuff. It's in alpha mode at the moment, being developed by Fireblade Software. They were kind enough to give me a key, so thank you very much to those guys. And this is the combat demo. That's all that's been released at the moment. So what we're going to do is, we're going to have 2 videos for Abandoned Ship showing off the combat demo. We're going to have a quick combat demo video where I just show you the very basics, and then we'll go through to a full combat demo, because the combat demo has 10 levels. It has 10 stages. But I think in the quick video, which is going to be this one, we'll just look at a couple to just give you the idea, the flavour of the game. And then in the second video, I will try and get as far as I can into those 10 stages, although they become progressively harder. I have done the tutorial. That was fine. We've gone through that. I think I remember most of it. Maybe if I just mash enough buttons and click enough things on the screen, things will work. I don't entirely know. So this is coming out. The plan is early 2018 on Steam into early access. But as it is now, it is in alpha mode. And the combat demo is the only thing we have. I'll put a link in the description of this video below to the game on Steam if you want to go and have a look at it and pop it onto your wish list. Right, so here we go. Quick version of the combat demo. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Okay, so it says this combat demo will take you through 10 sequential battles of increasing difficulty. So we'll just do a couple, I think, just to get you used to the idea of how it works. And we'll try and do as many as we can on the second video for this. In the full game, you can navigate through the world via an exploration mode. What you're about to play is only one facet of the game. So yes, this is just the combat side of it. There is an exploration mode. Indeed, they've got a sort of gameplay trailer for exploration stuff. Again, a link to that will be in the description of this video. Okie doke, let's get on with it. Okay, so here it is. This is what it looks like, and it looks rather gorgeous, I must admit. So we have our crew here. We have 4 crew people. The crew are split into different types. There are navigators, who are good at obviously piloting your ship. Piloting, steering? I don't know. Making the boat go around the place. Gunners, who are obviously good at manning guns and exploding things. There's marines, who are good at sort of swashbuckly sword fighting if you go boarding the ships. Surgeons, who want to keep people alive. Sailors, who are good at maintaining the ship itself. And then there is the captain. So currently we have a captain, a sailor, a gunner, and a navigator. So if we want them to do stuff, now it's nice and simple. It's a little bit, and I don't really like drawing comparisons to other games. It's a little bit FTL-esque, but you're on ships. But so this guy, we're going to right-click him. So he is then going to man these cannons here. You, my good man, can man those cannons, and the captain can go up here, because we have a range of things that we can interact with. So there's a ship's wheel, there's this thing which fires stuff at the sails, there's this thing here which fires stuff at the actual crew, so that hurts the crew. They fire at the hull of the other ship, and then there's other little bits and bobs which we will come to later if we need to. And there's cannons on the other side, because you can turn your ship around, because if these cannons all get damaged, you can turn your ship around and use the ones on what's that? Port and starboard. I think that's port, isn't it? Left is port, I believe. So this is our ship. We have a hull value down here in green. This is the status of all our different bits of our ship. And the green shows how operational they are. And as they get damaged, it goes to a kind of yellowy colour and then red. And obviously they become more and more useless the more damaged they are. This thing here is water. We'll come to that when we take on some damage, maybe. And just here we have our proximity to the other ship. So I've assigned people to do lots of things. So if we unpause time, they will run to their post and they'll start doing stuff. So this person is arming the cannons. Now, because he is a gunner, he is quicker at arming cannons than this person. He's just a regular sailor. We also want to get nearer to the other ship. We're a bit far away, so we want to get over here. So that's us telling our sort of navigator guy over here, the person with the steering wheel, we want to get over there. Right, these guys are ready to fire. So they're firing at us, as you can see. We are going to fire back at those guys. Like so. So we're going to fire at their hulls. We're damaging their hull. We're a little bit far away. And this damages their sails. So we're going to try and damage their sails. Bosh, bosh, bosh. And hopefully that means we can get a bit nearer to them, because they will not have as much in the way of their sails in order to navigate. So their sails have got big holes in. So we're able to catch up with them a little bit. At the minute, they're staying quite far away. Right, again, let's bash the sails with the sort of like the slingshot type thing, whatever it is. These guys automate their fire. Once you basically told them, go and do the cannons and then fire, that's what they do. these guys need telling each time, I believe. On this gun, which hurts the sails, and this one, which injures the crew, I think you need to tell them each time. And they do have a range. So on the left, if we look on the left, I can't do it because the mouse over it. If you look on the left, it says, yes, you can use the hook shot, the chain shot thing, sorry, at any range. Whereas that has to be in the first 2 ranges, because look, it's got the red circles on it there. So yeah, let's fire at that. There we go. So that'll slow them down a bit more. Yeah, ideally, we want to, that's their hull. We need to get their hull down to nothing, and obviously then it will sink. Now, each time we take a shot at them, it's working. Okay, right, we're within range. We've got a closer range, which means that it's a lot easier to shoot at them, but also it means we can run over to this. We leg it over to the other thing just here and arm this. This weapon here, this is a mean weapon. This is the nasty weapon. This thing can injure the crew. However, we also have some special options down here. So this here is ram. When at close range, and the maneuver bar is full, pressing this button initiates a ram. Ramming causes hull damage to the enemy, plus triggers a brace for impact test on both ships. So when I press that, this button will then light up, and that's a brace for impact. So everybody gets ready. If you don't do that, and of course they can ram you as well. So if you don't do a brace for impact when they ram you, when the impact is made, some of your crew can fall into the sea. So we're just going to sort of cheat and do it in pause mode. So our guys are all braced for impact. We're going to ram into the enemy ship. Bang! And we've taken down their hull. We've taken it down. The enemy ship will now sink. That is lovely. I mean, we can fire that at them if we like. The final insult, just to lob it at them as they're sinking. Yeah, let's fire at them as well. There we go. And sorted. And yeah, so we'll see more about this sort of stuff. 128 gold we've picked up in the next video, the fuller video, where I'm going to try and go on as much as I can. Okay, well, let's continue on. Let's go to the next battle. And we'll just have another look, again, at how all that's going to pan out. So the captain can go onto the guns, perhaps. You can go onto that. And, yeah, let's try and injure the crew on this one. Let's take the crew out a little bit. So there we go. So we're going to send the sailor up to there. We're going to get you near. Oh, they're getting very near. Okay, now we do obviously have sails. The sails are just here, but if the sails were on the screen, we wouldn't be able to see anything, and that would be a bit silly. So the sails are these little bits here. Now in this, I imagine we're going to take a little bit more damage, and I'll be able to show you kind of ship repairs and things. There we go. So already, look, we've been injured. We've been hurt. Right, let's just hurt those guys as well. Bang. There we go. Lovely. So this guy here, our sailor, can repair things. Now there is a flood here. There is a leak. A hull crack. So water is coming into the hull. So he has to run over here as quick as he can and obviously fix the crack so no more water comes in. But if we pause it, on our water bar, we've now taken on water. There's a little bit of water in our hull. So what we want to do is use the pumps, and we can get rid of the water out of the hull. So we send him over here. He then pumps water back out. That is lovely. All the water is now out of the things. Right, we probably would have taken some damage there. So right, so if you right-click now, whilst we've got him selected again, well, there's a hammer, he can go and repair things. So he is now going to go and repair our sails. So we want to keep our sails nice and repaired. Lovely, so he's working on that. Okay, they're looking okay, that's fine. Okay, right, send him up there, captain, onto those ones. And you can keep mending things. Right, you're going to have to mend the batteries there. You're going to have to mend things. Right, so he's mending stuff. So he's now going through and mending these bits. Our hull is okay. Their hull is taking a bit of a kicking. Right, we're going to fire at them with the thing that injures them. When you've got an area effect. Oh, now we can get 3 people. Let's do it. Bosh. Right, those 2 are really hurt. Now, we haven't taken any damage particularly, but there is a medical bay just there. There's like a surgeon's table. And they go and do surgeon work on themselves, somewhat worryingly. So they, they go and do that to themselves and patch themselves up. And you can put all of your crew around it, but then if you do put all of your crew around it, they're at risk of getting got by the same weapon on the other ship. It could hurt us. So, yeah, you have to use it sort of carefully. Right, okay, yeah, there's a leak. Let's go and do that. Let's sort that out. Let's patch the leak. There we go. So he works on that. Lovely. Right, back onto the guns. As you can see, they've taken on some water as well. Right, we are hammering their hull. We are hammering their hull good and indeed proper. Right, let's injure those 2. Splendid. So they'll swap over. So it's a good idea. If you injure people, it does seem to be a good idea because then that disrupts them. But they've had to swap around. So maybe the best person is not now manning the cannons. so then they're not the most efficient person, so it takes them longer or whatever. So it is quite good if you can start injuring people. And indeed, we have taken one of their people out. One of their people there is down. However, our sails are very, very much in a bad way. It's flashing on and off. That means your sails are broken. Right, we need to repair our sails quick. We've got 2 people on it. Let's get a 3rd person on it. Let's get all of our sails up and running. We've so nearly taken them out. We've so nearly got them. Now, we could ram them to take them out. I don't think we're going to. I think what we're going to do is, once these guys are done, yep, splendid. Let's get you back, Captain. Get back onto those guns. Splendid. And I think this will top them up just nicely. Yeah, one more hit. Once this guy fires, I think they're going to sink. I think they'll be done. Yeah, we might have taken a bit of damage, but yeah, their hull is gone. Their hull strength is nothing, and they are indeed gone. And then they explode really dramatically, and water comes out, and then they sink, and off to David Jones' locker with you. Farewell. There we go, and they sink. And the crew comb eagerly through the debris for anything of value. One nearly falls overboard, but is hauled back in by a cackling mate, 64 gold, and continue. So there we go. So that's the basics. That's the basic run through of combat in this game. Now there's other bits that crop up. There's different elements. There's weather involved. So lightning strikes can hit the ship and start fires. And fog stops you seeing things properly. So you don't have a very good visibility of the enemy status. So you don't know what their health is and what weapons they've got and stuff like that. You can also buy, if you go to port, you can buy things for your ship, which we will see in the next video. So you can buy extra crew members if you want to, or you can buy extra bits. You can buy spikes if you want to ram, or you can buy extra sails if you want to go quicker, or you can buy different weapons and that kind of stuff. And this is only the combat demo. There is an exploration mode, which we don't have access to at the moment. See, I think this is going to be a good game. But this is just the quick version. The quick version of the combat demo, just in case you just want to have a little nosy at the game and just see what it looks like. The next video, I'm going to try and go through all 10, I don't think I'll make it to 10, but all 10 battles, or go as far as I can go, and I should be going to port, and I should be buying crew members, and I should be upgrading the ship, and all that kind of stuff. But I imagine that's going to be a much longer video than this one. So if you want to see more about this, come back for the next video. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe too. I imagine if you have enjoyed this, if you subscribe, we'll have more of this as it comes out in early 2018, as it comes into early access and such like. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Yes! In your face! In your face, hats. I didn't even know what was going on there. There was blood and rain and doom. Fall on my head, hat. Have no hat. Rectify this matter, okay? Wrong. That was a car. It's happening again. Keep it together. Ah, no!